What's up, everyone? James Lynch here doing a quick reaction video to the news that Curtis Blaydes is out of his fight with Jailton Almeida and will be replaced by Derrick Lewis. This according to AG Fight. Very legit outlet out there, so they know what is up. They are a Brazilian outlet. So yeah, kind of a bummer for Blaydes, looking to get back on the winning track after losing to Sergey Pavlovich. I think this is a good replacement. This is a big card in Brazil. Jailton Almeida, they're trying to build him up a little bit. Derrick Lewis getting a win in his last fight. I can see why this makes a lot of sense, and that's the type of fight that Almeida should be getting as a veteran, a ranked opponent. Definitely think this is the fight to make as far as a replacement. That fight going to be taking place on November 4th. Like I said, it was supposed to be Curtis Blaydes, and doing a quick tail of the tape here between the two fighters here. You can see Jailton Almeida, 32 years old, 6'3" with a 79-inch reach, taking on Derrick Lewis, who is 6'3" with a 79-inch reach as well. So they're going to be the exact same size. The only difference here, Derrick Lewis, 38 years old, Jailton Almeida, only 32. Let's have a quick look at Jailton Almeida and his career so far. He's been competing at both 205 pounds and 185, or sorry, 205 pounds and heavyweight, not 185. There's no way he can make 85. That's nuts. Getting the win in his debut over Parker Porter at heavyweight, getting the win over Anton, which was at catchweight at 220. I guess he hasn't technically fought at 205, just a catchweight. So he had 220 fight there, beat Shamil, and then beat Jairzinho Rozenstruik, which is a very good win. Rozenstruik's, been a ranked guy for a while, been up there in the rankings, so that was a very good win. Can he do the same thing here to Derrick Lewis? I mean, there was a point before the last fight we thought this might be the end of the road for Derrick Lewis, and then he surprised everyone with a flying knee knockout, reminiscent of Jorge Masvidal over Ben Askren as he knocked out Marcos Rodrigo de Lima in a fight that he basically needed to keep his job at this point. Actually, he was a free agent going into the fight, or that was last fight on his deal, I should say, and then he signed a new 8-fight deal, so no bare knuckle boxing or boxing for Lewis. He is staying in the UFC, and what a fight for his new contract. But you can see it there. All knockout losses here to Cyril Gane, Tai Tuivasa, Sergey Pavlovich, and Sergey Spivak. Actually didn't get knocked out in that one, lost via arm triangle choke. But to make a quick prediction as far as my pick and the odds, I mean, Jailton Almeida is going to be a big favorite here. He's a big favorite against Curtis Blaydes in this fight. He'll be an even bigger favorite against Derrick Lewis. And I know Lewis has a win over Curtis Blaydes, but I think we can all agree here, Curtis Blaydes a little bit more well-rounded than Derrick Lewis. Derrick Lewis has got that knockout power. Could certainly happen here. I think this is actually kind of interesting for the UFC, because what happens if Lewis knocks him out? They've killed this big prospect they have in the weight class. It's entirely possible here. Now, if you look at Almeida, obviously he's never been finished in his career. He's actually, sorry, he has been knocked out. Sorry, as I step back here a little bit. It's a good thing I checked these things. But I mean, you have to go all the way back to 2017 in like his 4th pro fight where he got knocked out in 16 seconds. That could happen here. Lewis always has a puncher's chance. He seriously does. So that's one thing to look at here. But you look at it here, most of Almeida's wins are by submission. I could see a situation, just as like an early pick here, where Almeida goes out there, he knocks Lewis to the ground, or maybe even just gets him to the ground, and he goes for the submission there, because he's got a great ground game here. Lewis has only lost 18% of his losses by submission. 64 have been by knockout. It's possible he knocks him out, but I also think that Almeida might go to that ground game, maybe knock Lewis down and then go for the submission there. But I mean, these are two completely different fighters. If you look at Almeida, a lot younger, built guy. Lewis, he's definitely, fluctuated a bit in the weight, but did look good in his last fight. But is that enough, again, to beat a Jailton Almeida? I don't think this is a guarantee. With Derrick Lewis, you can never count him out. I mean, I'll never forget, the fight he had against Curtis Blaydes, where I thought Blaydes was on his way to looking good. And then out of nowhere, Lewis knocks him out in the 2nd round. So it can happen. Even the Tai Tuivasa fight, that was a fight where Tai was on, skates in that 1st round and was able to survive. And then it was Tai who ended up coming back and getting the finish here. So I just think the thing you got to look at here is the amount of damage that Lewis has taken, how old he is, not to mention he's going to Brazil for this fight. I'm assuming, it didn't say it in the, no, yeah, it is. It's going to be happening in Brazil. So he is going to fly down there. So that is also a disadvantage to Lewis as well. So, I think that it's going to be a very interesting matchup. Again, it's a good name for Almeida on his resume, but I would be pretty surprised if he lost. And I think if he does lose, it's going to be by knockout. Lewis pulling out another knockout here. But I'm going to go Jailton Almeida by submission in the 2nd round to get it done over Derrick Lewis. It was a good win for Lewis in his last fight. But let's be honest, de Lima not exactly lighting the world on fire. I think this is Almeida's fight to lose, so to speak. So I want to know what you guys think in the comments section below. Let's get 3 things here. Number 1, do you think this is the right replacement for Curtis Blaydes? I'm curious to hear the injury on Blaydes. By the way, might reach out to him and see what is up with that if he's willing to talk. Second thing is, what do you think the odds are going to be on this fight? I'm going to go like -500 for Almeida. He'll be a big favorite here, I have no doubt. And number 3, what is your official prediction? Let me know all those things in the comments. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, @LynchOnSports. I'm James Lynch. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.